Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Learning, the place where real English meets real life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Liam. Hey, hey, hey. So happy to be here with you today. Emma, how are you feeling?
You know what, Liam? I'm feeling peaceful. A little tired, but peaceful. I had a slow morning. Just coffee, my cat, and no rushing.
That sounds like a dream. Me? I'm a little stressed, if I'm honest. But that's why we're here, right? To talk it out.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of this podcast. We don't just teach English, we share real life. And real life has ups and downs.
So whether you're driving, cooking, or just taking a break, welcome. You're part of our conversation today.
And hey, before we start, please hit that like button if you enjoy real, natural English. Subscribe to English Learning so you never miss an episode. And share this with a friend who needs a little English boost.
Yes, sharing is caring. Okay, Emma, let's do.
So, Liam, you said you're stressed. What's going on? And remember, we're here to practice English, but also to be human, so take your time.
Thanks, Emma. Yesterday was heavy. I had a really long conversation with my younger brother, Leo.
Leo? I don't think you've talked about him before.
He's 19. He's in his first year of university and he's struggling. Not with grades, with loneliness.
Oh, Liam. That breaks my heart. Loneliness is so hard at any age, but especially when you're young and far from home.
Exactly. He called me at 11 p.m. last night. He said, Liam, I haven't had a real conversation with anyone in 3 days.
3 days? That's a long time.
Yeah, his roommates are nice, but they're always on their phones. His classes are big. Nobody talks. He eats alone.
That's so sad. What did you tell him?
First, I just listened. I didn't try to solve anything. I just said, I hear you. That sounds really hard.
That's so important. Sometimes people don't need advice. They just need someone to say, I see you. You're not alone.
Yes, that's exactly what I tried to do. Then I told him, I'm going to visit him this weekend.
Really? That's wonderful. Where is he?
He's about 3 hours away by train. I'll go Saturday morning, take him for pizza, walk around the city, just be there.
Liam, that's not just being a brother. That's being a good human. Human values like empathy, presence, kindness, they matter more than perfect grammar.
You're right. And you know what? He actually apologized for calling late. He said, sorry, I know you're busy. And I said, Leo, you never have to apologize for needing someone.
That's a beautiful sentence. Can we repeat that for our learners? You never have to apologize for needing someone.
Let's say it together, Emma. 1, 2, 3.
You
You never have to apologize for needing someone.
powerful and very real.
Okay, Emma, your turn. How was your morning? You said peaceful but also tired?
Yeah, peaceful but tired. I spent the whole morning helping my neighbor, Mrs. Chen.
Oh, the elderly lady who lives next door?
Yes. She's 78. Her husband passed away 2 years ago, and she doesn't have family nearby. Yesterday, her washing machine broke,
Oh no, that's a nightmare for anyone.
right? So this morning, I went over. She was so embarrassed. She kept saying, I'm sorry, Emma, you're young. You have better things to do.
What did you say?
I said, Mrs. Chen, helping you is a good thing to do. Then I called a repair shop, translated for her, because her English isn't strong, and stayed until the repairman came.
You translated? That's amazing. So you used your English to help someone else.
Exactly. And that's the lesson here. English isn't just for tests, it's for connecting, for being kind, for solving real problems.
I love that. How long did it take?
About 3 hours. But Mrs. Chen made us tea and showed me old photos of her wedding. That was the best part.
Old photos? Did you see any funny ones?
Oh, yes. Her husband had a huge mustache, like a 1970s movie star, and her dress was so big she could barely walk. We laughed so hard.
That's beautiful. You gave her time, and she gave you stories.
That's human connection, Liam. And honestly, that's why I love learning languages, because every word can be a bridge.
Let's pause there for a second. Learners, the phrase a bridge is a metaphor. A bridge connects two places. Language connects two hearts. Write that down if you want.
So today, we're not teaching you grammar rules. We're showing you how real people, Emma and Liam, use English to be human, to help, to listen.
Okay, let's switch gears a little. Emma, what are you doing this weekend? Besides helping neighbors?
This weekend is actually exciting. My best friend Maya is moving into her first apartment.
Maya, the artist, right? The one who paints flowers?
Yes, that Maya. She's been saving for 2 years, and she finally found a small studio. Very small, but it has big windows and good light.
That sounds perfect for her. Are you helping her move?
Absolutely! I promised I'd help her paint the walls. She wants one wall to be bright yellow.
Bright yellow? That's bold. I know, I said. Maya, are you sure? That's very sunny. And she said, Emma, life is short. Paint the wall yellow. I love that. Life is short. Paint the wall yellow. That should be on a t-shirt.
Right? So Saturday, I'll be covered in yellow paint. And Sunday, we're going to a thrift store to find cheap furniture.
Thrift store. That's a great word for learners. A shop that sells used things, often very cheap. Sometimes you find treasures.
Exactly. Maya found an old lamp for $5 last week. It's ugly, but she loves it. That's her style.
You know, Emma, listening to you talk about Maya makes me think, we need more people like you in the world. People who show up with paintbrushes and patience.
Oh, stop. I'm not special. I just think, we're all walking each other home. That's a quote I love.
Walking each other home. Who said that?
A writer named Ram Dass. It means life is a journey, and we're supposed to help each other along the way.
That's deep. And it fits everything we've talked about today. Helping a lonely brother, fixing a neighbor's washing machine, painting a friend's wall.
Yes, small acts of kindness. That's human value number one.
Can I ask you something personal, Emma?
Of course. This is a safe space.
Do you ever feel guilty when you say no to someone?
Wow. Yes. All the time. Actually, that happened yesterday.
Tell me.
My cousin, Rachel, asked me to babysit her twins on Saturday, but I already promised Maya I'd help her move.
Oh no, that's a hard choice.
It was. And I felt so guilty. I almost said yes to Rachel, and then told Maya I couldn't come.
But you didn't.
No. I took a deep breath and said, Rachel, I love you and the twins so much, but I already made a promise to Maya. Can we find another day?
How did she react?
She was disappointed, but she said, I understand. You're a good friend, Emma. And then she found someone else.
So saying no didn't destroy the relationship.
Exactly. And that's a huge lesson for English learners and for humans. You can say no kindly. You can set boundaries without being mean.
Let's give our listeners a phrase for that. How about, I really wish I could, but I already have plans.
Perfect. Or, I care about you, and I also need to take care of my own time.
Both of those are respectful and clear. Write those down, everyone.
You know, Liam, this is actually a great example of a human value that English learners don't usually study. Boundaries.
Boundaries. That means knowing where you end and someone else begins. Saying I can't is not selfish. It's honest.
And honesty with kindness. That's the goal.
Let's do something fun. I want to ask you 3 quick answer questions. Just whatever comes to mind. Ready?
Ready?
Question 1. What's one smell that makes you instantly happy?
Rain on hot concrete. You know that smell after a summer storm? It's called petrichor. I love it.
Petrichor, new word for me. I'm going to use that. Okay, question 2. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
From my grandmother, she said, Emma, everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. Always.
Wow, that's gold. Question 3. If you could have dinner with any person, alive or not, who would it be?
My father. He passed away 5 years ago. I just want to sit with him, hold his hand, and tell him I'm okay.
That's beautiful, Emma. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks for asking. It's good to talk about him.
And that's the thing, learners. English is not just for ordering coffee or sending emails. It's for sharing your heart, for saying, I miss you, for saying, I'm okay.
Yes, that's why we're here. To remind you that language lives in relationships, not textbooks.
So here's our challenge for you this week. Use English to do one kind thing.
Yes, text a friend. I'm thinking of you. Write a note to your neighbor. Tell someone, thank you for being in my life.
Those small sentences, they're not small, they're everything.
And if you're shy, that's okay. You can write it first, then say it out loud, then send it.
Practice makes progress, not perfect. Progress.
Liam, we have to wrap up soon. But before we go, let's do a quick vocabulary recap for our learners.
Great idea. First word, loneliness. The sad feeling of being alone.
Empathy, understanding, and sharing someone else's feelings.
Boundary, a limit that protects your time and energy.
Thrift store, a shop that sells used items cheaply.
Petrichor, the smell of rain on dry ground.
And finally, to walk each other home, a metaphor for supporting each other through life.
Beautiful. Now here's our question for you, our amazing listeners. Write your answer in the comments below.
What is one small act of kindness you did recently, or one someone did for you?
We'll read your answers. We might even share them in our next episode.
Yes, because this is not a one-way lesson. This is a conversation.
If you enjoyed this real human conversation, please like, subscribe, and share this video with one person who needs a little kindness today.
And remember, you don't need perfect English to be a good human. You just need an open heart.
That's the best lesson of all.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care of each other.
And take care of yourself too. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.